Hello everyone, and welcome to Runner Users in Winshuttle Central training. I am Miia from ADSOTECH, your Winshuttle partner in the Nordics, and I'm here to walk you through the essentials of how to use the Winshuttle scripts and templates as a runner user when your company has the central licensing environment in place. Let's start with a few words about Winshuttle Central and then move on to using the available Excel templates and Winshuttle scripts. From the end-user perspective, Winshuttle Central is a SharePoint site. You need to know the address that you have access to, as it might be split and restricted between different departments or teams. Central is a place for governance and collaboration. You have a centralized location for a library of scripts and templates, easy to access. Licenses to use Winshuttle tools are managed here as well, and different usage reports can be generated. The users that are able to use the scripts and data templates are either developers or runners. The latter is the role we focus on right now, someone who is able to run scripts but not create new ones. Each runner user needs to have a Winshuttle desktop application installed on their computer, that is, Winshuttle transaction or query or both, and they use Central as a library. A developer user is able to create a new script and a data template to go with it. Then test and finally submit the files to Central. From Central, both developer and runner users can then find the templates, download to their computer, input data to the template, and run the script that is connected to the template. All right, let's move on to how to use the library in Central. First, how to download a template from Central, and then how to use the Excel add-in to run the attached script. In case you also have Winshuttle Server, let's take a quick look at the end at how to schedule a run on the server. First, go to your SharePoint site. The address should be given to you by the administrators or your super user. On the left side of the screen, you have a list of libraries and different links. You should find the data templates under the library Data Templates. In some companies operating without the Winshuttle Server component, the data templates are filed under Data Files. From the list of Excel files, find the one that's appropriate for what you want to do. The template should be named descriptively, so it's easy to find the correct file. Put your cursor on top of the template name and click the drop-down arrow that appears. Select Download a copy. Your browser might ask if you want to save the Excel file and then let you know that it has been downloaded. Now open the downloaded file. Once you have the downloaded Excel file open, it may give a message saying that to modify, you need to do checkout for the file. Do not use this option with any Winshuttle template at any time. It's enough to download a copy to your computer. You don't want to modify the existing template in Central, but rather use a fresh copy of it from your hard drive. In this local copy on your hard drive, you should now fill in appropriate data as required. In Excel, you should see a new Winshuttle menu which represents the add-in. From there, you open a side panel of controls and you are able to run scripts without opening a separate application. The template may have several scripts available or just one. The add-in is installed automatically when installing Winshuttle Transaction or Query on the computer. If you have both applications installed, you will see both add-ins in the Winshuttle menu in Excel. Clicking the buttons will give you controls for transaction or query scripts, respectively. At the top of the side panel, you can select the appropriate script. The drop-down list may contain only one script, or there might be several, and it's always in relation to the add-in. That is, transaction scripts are only shown in the transaction side panel. Most commonly, people run scripts based on start and end rows, so giving a range of Excel rows to run. This is the only way to run a script when using the separate Winshuttle application. But here in the add-in, we also have options selected and filtered. Selected is just about using your mouse and control key on the keyboard to select individual Excel rows and then running the script with the selected option. Here, only the selected rows will be handled. Filtered is a similar option, but it requires the use of Excel filters on the template. Very useful when you have a huge amount of data rows in Excel and you only want to run a specified bunch of them according to some criteria. Use filters to only show the rows of your choosing and then run the script with the filtered option. Finally, just above the Run button, you see the drop-down list for different run options. That is, run now, run later, run on errors, etc. Whether or not you see and can use all the options listed in the picture depends on your Winshuttle license and the access rights that the administrators have set up in Central. Most commonly used options are, of course, run now and run on errors. Step-by-step runs are usually for developers, and they're mostly run from the separate application in connection to troubleshooting. Run later server we will get back to a little bit later. All in all, to run a script with the add-in is very easy. Once you have a local copy of the correct template, simply input the data to the template, open the side panel, and set the controls. Click Run. Most often, the Run button will indeed say Run, and it means you are able to run the script against a production SAP environment. Also, test environment is okay. After clicking Run, you are asked for your SAP credentials and the SAP system as well. Sometimes, however, the button will say Test, and then you are able to run the script against a testing or a quality SAP system only, not production SAP. If you should be running to production, make sure that the template you have is a local copy on your computer of the most recent version from Central. In the add-in, you can see two buttons below the Run button. Write headers is mostly for developer users to rewrite the column headlines on the Excel template. With the press of this button, Winshuttle will check the selected script and use it to overwrite the existing headers with the respective field descriptions and technical names of the mapped SAP fields. Next to the Write Headers button, we have a button for lookup values. It can help you to input correct values in Excel, so let's take a closer look. When entering data to the template, if you feel unsure of the correct value in a particular cell, you can use the Lookup Values button. Simply put your cursor in the cell, check that you have the correct script selected in the side panel, and click on Lookup Values. By default, you will be asked for your SAP credentials and the SAP system you wish to connect to. Then you will see a list of values that you can select from. The script's developer may have restricted the use of SAP valid values in a particular field in regards to this script. If this definition has been made, clicking on Lookup Values will not start an SAP connection, but bring up the defined restricted list. Again, just select a value and click OK. Let's have a look at a demo on all of this before moving on to Run Later server. Okay, let's talk about the run option, Run Later Server. If your company has a Winshuttle server in place, one of the run options you see is Run Later Server. This is about scheduling the run of your script and data to happen at a later time. Another option called Run Later is also available for a similar purpose, but the difference is that Run Later will schedule the run to happen from your computer, needing, for instance, power and a network connection at the scheduled time. Run Later Server will transfer the run to happen from the server, which means that your computer will have no role in the run at the scheduled time, so it can be powered down, left without network connections, etc. The Excel file with the data is transferred to Central to wait for the scheduled time, and the server will complete the run from there. When using Run Later Server, the script will always run according to its default start and end rows, so it's not possible to use selected or filtered options here. Scheduling a run will save a copy of the data file in Central. You should give it a name that helps you separate this data file from all the others that may have been scheduled before and after. That probably means adding the date and possibly your initials to the file name. Central destination should be automatically on the correct site and in the data files folder. Now just specify the SAP server and the starting time for the run. That concludes the training for runner users in Winshuttle Central. Should you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at support@adsotech.com. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining.